have a look at is this extension and deflection lesion at L2. So if we just look at the spine to begin with, so L2, that's L5, L4, L3, L2. So this is the one we're looking at. So what we're going to have is, if you can imagine, here's our vertebrae at the moment. So an extension lesion means it's done that, it's gone backwards. And we're saying it's side bent and rotated left, which means that the transverse process of the left transverse process will be down and the right transverse process will be up. The left transverse process will also be rotated left. But it's really the fact that it's side bent that's the critical bit here. And the fact that because the left one is down, the right one will automatically be up, because it's going to be this top right hand one that we're actually going to use to manipulate. And what we're going to do is we're going to get onto it with our fingers and we're going to pull that transverse process down towards the feet, or towards the foot of the couch anyway. So that's what we're going to use as our lever for the manipulation. So it's going to be on the good side, i.e. the top side, that we're manipulating. Because remember, we put the bad side down, which is our left side for this particular one. So I'll get rid of the skeleton. So first of all, I need to find my dot on L2. So there's my L2 dot, which will be, because it's an extension lesion, our mark will be uppermost. So this is my feeling finger on the transverse process of L2, and I'm just going to get Richard and I'm going to move his legs into that flex position up to that point where you can feel it under your finger, which is there. Now, exactly like the MET, having got that into position, we're now going to lift the legs to the point where again you can feel that under your finger. We're then going to switch our fingers over, because the next thing is you put the rotation element in. So grab hold of their arm and make sure they don't collapse on you and you pull them too far through. Just make sure that you just get it to the point where you can feel that rotation. So that's me in the right position. Now the next thing I'm going to do, because Richard's fairly big, I'm just going to get under there and I'm going to get my elbow onto his shoulder there, and I'm going to get into here, because now here I'm in this nice position where I can actually mobilise, and you can use this as a treatment as well. You can just mobilise that joint and you can get all the slack taken up. If you need to, just adjust the foot position just to make sure that you are absolutely locked in. And now make sure you get your elbows right out. You're holding with your right hand to stop this upper vertebrae moving, and the thrust is going to be made with my left arm. So that's us in position. We'll get them to take a breath in, we'll get them to take a breath out, and we manipulate. So that's for the extension lesion, and that was side bend rotated left, so we'll put the left side down. Now let's suppose it was a flexion lesion, again L2, and then again side bent and rotated left. So the starting position this time is on the front, in the prone position. And again, we want them as close to the edge of the couch as we can possibly get them, and we want their head facing us. That is the most important bit, because you don't want to hurt their neck. So to the edge and the head facing you, with the lesion side away from you, because you're going to put them into the semi-sim position and you want this lesion to finish up being down again. So to get them into the semi-sim position, grab hold of get them to bend the knees, grab hold of the far away knee, hand under the ASIS, and you just pull them up. Get your finger onto the spot again, and again we're going to be actually using that top transverse process for the manipulation. We can't pull through in this one, but we can get the side bending by just moving the feet down. So remember, it's the same as the MET, so the foot moves down. So that's us there in position, and then get right over the top of it. And now identical to the extension lesion, so your right hand is going to be holding the vertebrae above to stop it moving, and equal and opposite, you're going to have the left hand creating the thrust. Again, you can put some breath in, so you ask them to breathe in, breathe out, and manipulate. So that's the flexion lesion.